2015, when my daughter was 9 years old, she almost got shot. What's good? It's your favorite baby W back with another mukbang. And today, guys, we will be having a nice healthy kale and spinach salad with only 2 ounces of tilapia fish. Let me get y'all a beautiful picture of that. And then we have 1 egg. We have some beautiful strawberries, 8 beautiful strawberries. And we have a glass of water. Back in 2015, when my daughter was 9 years old, she almost got shot. Okay? So, that's when I was like, oh hell no. We're going to have to move one day out of the city because things is getting even more worse than it was before. So, I'm going to do food. My hair and food. That's really good. So, my daughter is the only child. If you don't know and you're new to my channel, I only have one child. And that is my daughter who's now 13. Okay, so my daughter for me is my life, okay? Anytime she wants to ride her bike, I would just like make sure, okay, let's go. Well, I said I will make sure that I'm sitting on the porch. And then the way that the blocks is made in Chicago is totally different from how they made here now, here where I live. In Vegas, the blocks is more so made on a, it's made like Philly, New York, all those in Chicago, they all look similar. So, you can Google it, you'll see what I mean. The blocks is made way different than what it is in, Vegas. But anyways, I will sit on the porch, and I will let her go 5 houses right, 5 houses left. Okay, guys, real quick, this is my old block. I used to live on the left-hand side, and the park is on the right-hand side. So now you guys get a view of what I was saying. But she could never go across the alley, or she could never go across the street, unless I'm sitting on that side of the street, and I'm sitting on the bench, and then I will let her go, maybe a feet or two down, right, a feet or two down left. We lived across the street from a park. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a picture from Google and try to see if I can get a good picture so you guys can see what I'm saying. But this is our house and this is the park. Like the street is really small and the park is like really close. So it's like you can literally be at the park in 2 seconds. So a lot of times I used to let her go there and play in the park while I sit there and watch or whatever. We'll be there for like an hour. So, let her have fun. I would just sit there and let her play. Well, that had to be stopped because a lot of crazy things started to happen. So, this particular day when my daughter almost got shot, literally the most scariest thing I ever witnessed as a mother. I was sitting on the porch and it was maybe 40, 50 kids on the playground playing like kids should. Then you had maybe 5 or 6 between teen and maybe 20-year-old males who were playing basketball. Alright guys, so I was able to get these images. This is the park right here, and that go to playground. Do you see how close that was? Mind you, we was just 1 step away where I showed you guys earlier. So I wanted you guys to get visuals of exactly what I'm saying so you can understand the story better. Okay, now let's get back to the video. And all was, some people in a vehicle ride past shooting 8 shots. Just shooting. Like a ran off shoot. And then she's like, bop, 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 bop. Like, I was like, oh shit. And my intention was to grab my daughter. Luckily, my next door neighbor who lived in the same apartments as me, he grabbed my daughter and they was like under the porch and I was like a porch away from him. was just too much. So we left the bike right there. We ran in the house. We stayed in the house, you know. And I guess maybe you could say, maybe like 30 minutes later, I went out and I got her bike or whatever. And they actually did kill someone. At that time, they killed the young man. It was a mistaken identity. So, well, I don't. The kid, luckily no kids got hurt, but the young man who did get hurt was about 19. And the craziest thing ever, it wasn't supposed to be meant for him, but intent. If you ask me, they shouldn't have been shooting at all. You know, it's all these kids on the playground, and you have these stupid fools riding down, having a fucking drive-by shooting at a park on a Saturday where kids is out. The weather is like 79, maybe 82 degrees, which is beautiful weather in Chicago, because we were living off the water, so you get that nice cool breeze, and it's like so settled and it's cool, you know. So it was a beautiful day where kids should be able to play on the playground without these ignorant fools doing stupid stuff. So that day, you know, I called my boyfriend or whatever. He was like he was in training. No, he wasn't in training. He was at work. He wasn't home. He was at work. And we had already been talking about different employments for ourselves and things like that, you know. And when I told him, you know, what happened, he was just like, man, look, if we ever get the money, we're getting the heck up out of there, you know. So from that day forward, we were just looking for options to leave Chicago in general. At first, I was thinking about moving to Indiana, Indiana was only, literally 10 minutes away from my house, because we was living on the southeast side of Chicago, by the South Shore area, which we was really close. We was living, you know, really close to Indiana. We used to go there sometimes. But anyway, I was like, man, I can't believe my own eyes. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, what made me so upset was it was over 60, 70 kids out there playing. It was a lot of kids, you know, and it was just like, you had kids playing on a tennis court. I mean, not tennis court. You had kids playing on the football, baseball field. You had kids playing on the basketball court. You had a lot of kids playing in the playground, and you just had other kids, you know, around in the park, because the park is not a small park. I want to make sure I try to answer some questions for you guys. Okay, guys, so if you go 2 garbage cans up, if you can see behind this car, that's where the playground is at, okay? Now, if you pay attention, right across the street, that tall building, that is a church. Now, right there, when you go across from the playground, if you can look deep into the picture, that's a school. Good thing it wasn't schooling section, but you get the point. The park is not a small park, you know, and it's really jacked up on how people feel, you know. Innocent kids always seems to be a target. Like, it's sad. Like, it's really sad. Like, it shouldn't be that way, but unfortunately, that's what I had boiled down to. So, me seeing that with my own eyes, and I didn't even grab my daughter first. My neighbor grabbed her, which is, I'm so thankful for him being able to do that, because he literally got her a second before me. It's just crazy, because it's like, I grew up in this city my whole life, up until I was 25 when I left to move to Vegas. And I promise you, as a kid, I was able to walk to the store by myself. I was able to go to school by myself sometimes. We didn't have the problems that's going on now. Now it is way different. Like, it's way different. You're scared for the safety of your child by just sending them to the store to get probably 4 items that you probably need for dinner. It's way different than what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's not in a situation as in if you step in Chicago, oh my God, you're gonna die. the way that the news and the media might hype it up to be. But it is dangerous, if you live in an inner city and you don't know how to move around. So that is true. But if you're in the tourist section downtown and things like that, no one's gonna bother you. But man, that's why I left. Now, fast forward, that was in 2015. 2016, my boyfriend, who I've been with, as of January, it'll be 10 years. 2006, my boyfriend, who I've been with since my daughter was 3, he started getting employment in the trucking industry. They don't make millions of dollars, but more than enough money to move out of town and, just be able to, move where you want to provide for your family if that's what you want to do. So, fast forward, a year later, he went to trucking school and he got his certification in the trucking industry, so that's what he do now. And we was like, man, look, we got to save up. At the time I had an eviction from back when I was young and got my first apartment. I made sure I paid this lady off. I tried to pay her every dime that I could, which is $4,000 and some dollars. It was almost $5,000. It was like $5,800. And $4,800. And I paid her that while I still had to pay rent, while I still had to save money to move out of Chicago, which is what I was doing. I was looking at Wisconsin, I was looking at Indiana, then I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to see a whole new vibe. Let's open the bones in the fish. Let me see a whole new vibe. I want to try something different. And then Vegas. Or something I was like, okay, cool. Let's try that. Let's try Vegas. Cool. And then we end up over here. Saved up enough money. It took me a little bit under a year just to do all this. So that was back in 2016 when he got on the road, because they have to do training. It was like 2 months of training, and it was like 2 months of training and all that. So all that process took about a total of almost 3 months, right? Mind you, this is 2016. The end of 2016, I want to say November, is when he was really on the road and by himself, without his trainer and all that, because they still have to get a trainer and drive with their trainer for like 6-8 weeks after they done doing the class for 8 weeks. So all that took a little bit under 3 months. So after that, going into January, we was planning. Now it's January 2016 now. Now we're planning. We're planning on being able to leave by 2017. Mind you, all that took place in 2015. The end of 2016 is when he got all his stuff together, was on his own truck, and doing what he had to do. The income started rolling at a higher rate. So now we really at a point where we like, yeah, we're about to move because I ain't feeling what the city is coming to. That's what it was more of. Especially when you live in the areas of poverty. So I'm like, man, we're gonna get up out of here. We gotta find something better for her. I always told my family, look, I'm moving. If I get the chance, I'm moving out of Chicago. I'm gonna try to find something that I have something that's a little better for her, And that's what we pretty much did. Was my family agreeing? No. They did not like that idea. They did not agree with this idea, but it's not about them. I'm grown. I've been living on my own since a teenager. So that's all another video. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. Like, the whole move was even crazy to me, but we made it happen. We did it. We've been here now for 2 years. We got here in 2017. It is now 2019. We almost going into 2020. But yeah, we've been living here for 2 years now. September made 2 years. Yes, I played no games. I made sure I made it happen. I had to pay $4,800 off of eviction, and I still managed to make it to Vegas. Nowhere in debt in Chicago. I have no debt there. And we're just able to live cool. Yep, that's exactly what took place. So I was just like, man, it was something. But that's what made me leave Chicago. I saw enough. I had no ties to any bank. I was always worked and did what I had to do. At the time, I was actually working at Starbucks. But, that one hit. It's a beautiful city. You have a lot of good and a lot of talent coming out. However, if you live in certain areas of poverty, that's what happens. That's a lot. And sometimes people get things, I say, mixed construed. They making it seem as, people make it seem like I think my city is bad or anything like that. Like, that's not the case. That's not the case at all. I don't think anything is wrong with the city. I think there's people in the city that's making it bad, you know, for innocent children and innocent taxpayers to live in. That's just what it is. Because nowadays, they don't care if they hit innocent people. They don't care. It used to be like that. It's like, man, since I've been gone, I haven't been back. Now, granted, next year I am going back. To visit family and friends, you know. Things like that, but that's just what it is, you know. Man, people don't understand it. You know, like, oh, shit happens already. I grew up in that city all my life, and man, it ain't never. It ain't never get this crazy. But that's what it got to. That got really crazy, man. And it's messed up because there's innocent children. And there's always victims every year. It's so jacked up, you know? But there's cruel people in this world. I mean, you just have to know how to maneuver, live your life, and understand that you have to do what you need to do for your family in order for you and your family to be happy and comfortable. Before we leave, remember we always leave on a positive message. If you want to be different, you must think outside the box. You are beautiful, you are strong, you are powerful. I'm up out here.